Hey everyone, I'm Adam Harry from BoLS with
Michael with Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And today we've got some Monsterpocalypse stuff. Alright Michael, what all did you bring for Monpoc?
So, we have some new faction monsters and some specific faction buildings for Monsterpocalypse. We've got the new Guard, Sky Sentinel, and their Guard Defense Base building, which is one of my personal favorite buildings that they're coming out with.
And then this is the Martian
Menace.
Demios 9 monster.
Yep, and their
building.
command post, right?
Yeah, a Martian command post, yes. It's pretty cool. I knew that Privateer was coming out with faction-specific buildings. Yeah. And these are looking like resin, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, and, you know, every faction's already got at least one monster so far. They're getting close to it. You know, this is sort of the second wave of monsters for a lot of them. Yeah. The Martian came out really quickly because the Mothership came out, you know, first, and then Demios 9 is right here. Obviously, your first Guard monster was in your starter set and your Protector starter set. Yeah. And so you've got your Sky Sentinel here, your second giant robot. Yeah. So
and don't forget, you can mix and match those if you're playing Guardians or if you're playing the monsters, destroyers, Protectors or destroyers. Yeah. You can mix and match those.
Yeah, you can throw this Sky Sentinel with like Terra Khan or the Shadow Sun, Zor Maxim. You can put the Demios 9 with Cthulhu, one of my personal favorites. But yeah, you can mix and match. So we got some brand new ones to take a look at for both agendas.
Cool. Well, let's dive on in. Michael, we've got the Monsterpocalypse stuff here. Where do you want to start, man?
Martians.
Yeah, a man after my own heart. Here we go.
This is one of my personal favorite, I think, new monsters because let me bring this back real quick. With a lot of the new monsters, they have a very similar style. You know, the Sky Sentinel is extremely similar to Defender X from the Protector starter set.
Yeah, definitely.
Really similar look with a bigger jetpack, different pose, different armor look. But Demios 9 is so radically different from the Ares Mothership.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
Originally came out that it really. I don't know. It's one of my favorites they've come out with lately. So we can start with these guys.
Real quick, let's talk about the building. Just to start this off, these actually pop open.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that.
Take a look at the model. With most Monsterpocalypse stuff, you're looking at resin, and this Martian Command Post is also going to be resin. It's a really cool sort of. I mean, obviously, it's very alien in design. Reminds me a little bit of like an Eldar kind of look. Ooh. In a little bit of a way.
Towel?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
You know, it actually reminds me
base with it, of course.
It has a little thing. You're going to clip that off and then glue it to the base.
Yeah, nice and simple.
It reminds me of the guys from War Machine, the elves. Oh, crap.
Convergence of Cyrus? Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see kind of a little bit of War Machine inspiration as well.
It's going to bother me. It'll come back to me later.
We'll think of it.
We'll think of it. There's the command post card as well.
So for your special rule here, your Martian... Let me see here.
Put that right there.
Your Martian Menace base. So once per turn, if you are securing one or more buildings with a Martian Menace base and spawn a unit, reduces cost by 1. So it helps you get more Martian creatures out quicker. And then you also have Resource Domination, which lets you secure more buildings with Resource Domination if you roll 2 or more power dice. And if it hits an enemy model, you can move an extra power dice back to your from your dice roll to your pool.
Little dice
manipulation. Lets you refund some dice. It's got defense 7, so it's not incredibly difficult, but it's pretty it's pretty hardy since it is a building after all.
I mean, but you can also slam monsters through buildings.
Yeah, you can throw people in buildings and destroy them. It's one of the best, most awesome cinematic parts of Monpoc. So that's your Martian Menace command post.
Cool. Let's check out.
Throw it out of here like we suplexed a monster into it.
Demios 9.
Demios 9 right here. So let's flip them over real quick and get your flavor text right there. Retribution.
Retribution of Scry. That was the one.
There you go.
Yes.
Pop them open.
Yeah. Hey, popping it open here.
If you can.
Is it? No, it's not taped.
No, it's just difficult.
It's being difficult.
It's okay. Adam's hands just don't work.
Sometimes. It's cold in Austin, dude.
So, we've got our resin parts here. Again, you'll want to use super glue, of course, for that.
Oh, for sure.
We'll get to those in just a second.
Let's check out the card.
So, with Demios 9 here, you're going to be starting, looks like, at 11 health, which is... I don't want to say pretty modest for a monster.
Most of them
it's
have
not
a couple
huge.
More. Yeah.
But we do have, your regular version.
You know what that means,
hyper
though,
version.
When you have less hit points, that just means you're going to get to your hyper version quicker.
That's true. That is a good point. Yeah. It only takes you, once you get down to 5, you're down at hyper. So let's take a look at some special abilities here. With Demios 9, also, by the way, you're looking at 6 speed, 8 defense, so pretty good as far as monsters go. You know, your Brawl, 7 and 4, Blast, range 3, 4 and 3 with a Power Gorge. So when it destroys a model, you get a Power Die back, so it's really good at recycling Power Dice in Martian Faction.
I'm feeling a theme here with the Martians here.
So you get Flank, which is enemies within 2 spaces have their defense reduced by 1 against Brawl attacks from your allied models. So it weakens opposing models, lets you brawl a little faster. So with something like maybe a Cthulhu or another destroyer's heavy hitter like that, might help out.
Yeah.
You have Grappler, so it can't move through this model or models adjacent to it, and they are not immune to hazards adjacent to this model. So just kind of helps you control the battlefield a little bit more.
Those spindly legs.
And it has a mechanical keyword for various effects that may mess with that. And then we get the Hyper version. Go through its special upgraded abilities here.
Yeah, Energy Cycle, Flank, Grappler, Lightning Attack is, I think, the new one here.
Yeah, Lightning Attack. Energy Cycle, of course, is just, again, refunding more dice. But Lightning Attack is when you can make a Brawl attack in addition to other attacks. So just lets you make more attacks, get more dice on the battlefield. Its Brawl even upgrades with a Fling as well. Ooh. So when it hits a unit, you can choose a building or model within 5 spaces.
That's what we were talking about earlier.
Dice, and if it's equal to or less than the number of strikes, it takes the damage. So again, you're just flinging stuff everywhere with more attacks with your Brawl upgraded to 8 and 5. Overall, maybe not the most heavy hitter, but a lot of fun tricks.
Yeah.
In Demios.
The utility is definitely there.
Yeah, probably a really good support to something like it. The Mothership, obviously, which isn't the biggest combat monster in the world, obviously.
And then here are the bits from the kit. As you can see, it's all resin.
Great looking headpiece.
The detail in the back, if you can kind of rotate that, it's a little hard to see with the lighting, but you can kind of make out there's a crap load of detail.
Yeah, there's little like power sockets and rivets and everything in here. Its little spindly legs are great.
Yeah.
Like I can imagine some modelers probably not liking that, I would guess, but as long as you're careful with your resin, as long as you're cleaning it up and painting it properly,
definitely. Super glue, like Michael mentioned.
Yeah. Using nice
plastic
thick
glue is not going to work.
A nice thick super glue gel will do just fine.
That's a good point. There is going to be a little bit of clipping and cleaning involved with this model, but it shouldn't be too difficult.
Always is with every kit usually. So.
Yeah, pretty easy to do. Let's go ahead and cut real fast and take a look at the Sky Sentinel. Here we have the Protector Sky Sentinel, and of course they're building
a guard defense base right here.
Defense base. Let's check the base out first.
Absolutely. Let's pop this bad boy open.
Yep. Same deal, you get the base for the base.
And it's a pretty hefty building. It's a nice...
it's a chunk of resin.
Yeah.
Let me zoom in real quick.
Good old block.
Yeah, you can see here, it's got some cool design. I like the base of the building.
Yeah.
It feels like there's the entrance and then there's...
Looks a little like, I want to say like...
Stark Tower?
A little Avengers Stark Tower to me, yeah. It's a little bit like that.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of got that same aesthetic, which really works.
Yeah, and then let's check
Does that make this guy Sentinel an Iron Man suit?
Oh, crossover potential, Marvel. If you're
buy one, paint it like Iron Man. There you go. Anyway, we got the guard defense base, so it's going to be defense 7, just like the Martian command post was. Yep. So most, average, seems average for buildings. Your special rules here: you have an action for this building, command and control. So if you make an attack that fails to hit during your unit or monster activation, this model can spend 1 action dice to do an action and re-roll it. So it gives you a little tactical, like if you really need, your Sky Sentinel to hit something, or you really need your tank to take down an enemy flying minion or something like that, you get a little re-roll there. It's the guard base, so once per turn, if you're securing one or more buildings with a guard base and spawn a guard unit, you can reduce its cost, of course. And if it's destroyed, it does not turn into flaming rubble. It just becomes rubble. It's incombustible, which is really helpful for hazards. In case you're defending the guard base and somebody throws you into it, you're not going to take extra damage from the fire, which is really helpful. So
I don't know if
good
that's a
safe option.
I was going to say, like, it's a detriment to not be on fire, but
yeah, I mean, hey, if it's going to get destroyed, you probably don't want to be destroyed and on fire,
because it's probably on your side if you're playing guard.
Because then you don't want to get thrown into it. So
right. Okay.
I can see Cthulhu suplexing your Defender X into this thing, and you being very, very thankful that it doesn't burst into flame.
Heck yeah.
So that's the guard defense base.
Good to know. I've already busted open the Sky Sentinel Protector.
Now the difference between him and Defender X, you'll see, is his like enormous jetpack, which Defender X had a pretty big jetpack too, but this guy is like a plane with a robot attached.
We'll come back to this.
We'll look at him in a second.
Yeah. Here's the card.
Yeah. So he's going to start off at 11 health as well. He has anti-air as a special rule, which means he gets an extra boost die when he brawls or blasts a model with flight, which you always want to get as many boost dice as you can, so that's really helpful.
Yep.
Especially because there's a lot of like units that have flight these days, and a lot of monsters like an Ares mothership, I think, that has flight, obviously. This also has flight.
Welcome.
Yeah. So this has flight as well, of course, to go with the anti-air. It's mechanical, and it has wing leader, which is while it's in play, any faction units, not specifically the guard faction.
Guard faction units, you're right.
Any faction units with the flight resource will gain a boost die when making blast attacks, so it helps you with your jets and your rocket choppers that you might be pulling in with your guard squad. Your brawl is at 6 and 3.
Does that apply to himself too?
That's a good question.
Because it's faction units with the flight, and he matches both of those things. We'll have to double check that.
We'll have to check the rules for that one. That would make sense, but I'm not sure if that sort of ability affects the one who has it anyway. But you got your brawl of 6 and 3, blast of 6 and 4, and power at 5 and 3. So just a little less than Damios 9, but still respectable. Of course, the hyper version where it has speed 7, defense 9. It's blast because of power gorge, so you can recycle your power dice. Then your special rules gets rapid fire. That's right. So you can make a blast attack in addition to any other attacks it makes. So it's like lightning attack, but for blast instead of brawl.
Very cool.
So very, very common, connections between these two monsters that we've got today.
Yeah.
And, a lot of good potential for any protectors or destroyers armies.
Now here's the actual model, and I love the resin. I love the sculpt on this thing. And by the way, the other one came with a base too. We just didn't show that. But let me pull these all
Got
out.
these big old jet engines on his back.
Yeah.
Like I said, Defender X has 2, but his are a little more prominent.
Yeah.
He's also in a much more aggressive pose in Defender X, although there is some limited posability in this, so you can sort of alter that as you like.
Got the back of the jetpack too.
Those big old rocket punch arms that he has there. And Defender X takes it takes advantage of.
That is a cool model, man.
Yeah.
I love the detail of the legs too.
I got my Defender X when this game came out, and I painted it like the Megazord from Power Rangers.
Nice.
Cool. Everybody thinks it's Voltron, but that's fine too. Yeah.
Just depends on how old they are, I guess.
Yeah, just keep making Megazords, man. I'll buy them all. I don't care.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, Sky Sentinel right there. So good support for the guard. Good ally for your other protectors models. See it working really well with Terracon and all sorts of stuff like that. So
hey, as long as you can throw people through buildings, I'm all good.
That's my favorite part of the game too.
Let's hop out for a really quick recap. Well, that was the new Monpoc hotness here. Michael, let's crunch some numbers real quick here. Price-wise, what are we looking for all these?
So for the Martian Menace, it's a little cheaper than the Guard. Your Damios 9 monster is going to be about $24.99.
Cool.
And your Command Post is going to be about $14.99. They're a little smaller, a little less material, obviously, so it saves you a little money. Your Guard Command Post will be about $19.99. And your Sky Sentinel is going to be about $31.99, $30.99, around there. Depends on your store and wherever you shop. But yeah, should be around there. Pretty nice, affordable prices, which I really like about Monpoc.
Right.
Very, very affordable game to get into.
Yeah,
and you need very few minis.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to get into, too. And again, with the new buildings coming out, adds more character to the game. They do have a couple of special abilities as well. So
and they can mix easily with the required buildings that you have to bring. The more generic, like apartments and skyscrapers and stuff like that. Easy to mix them in with the building requirements for any faction.
For sure. Really fun models, really great look. Go check it out. That is Monsterpocalypse from Privateer Press. I'm Adam Perry from BoLS Holes.
I'm Michael with Dragon Slayer Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon Slayer Comics and Fantasy. Click to subscribe. Check out more videos. And thanks for watching.